Hello guys, welcome back to Auto Nerd. Today we have the Mitsubishi Eclipse Cross, and yes, it's an SUV. But it's a sporty one, and it has a fantastic all-wheel drive system. We will test it out. So as you know, my name is Ivan Pineda, I'm the Auto Nerd. And remember, if you like our videos, please do not forget to subscribe. There are more coming up. And of course, beauty is in the eyes of the beholder, but I think this is a very attractive SUV. At least it tries to be different from the rest of the competition. Mitsubishi uses this very aggressive front-end design, and they call it dynamic shield. I think it looks pretty good. Now, this is not the most exciting nor fastest vehicle in the class, but it has two fantastic things: the engine and the all-wheel drive system. I also like the rear end design and these very elongated LED tail lamp. Some people say it looks kind of like a Pontiac Aztek, and I agree, but this is a much better design. As I said, I do like the engine, and the first clue that we can have is this bar that decreases the torsion of the vehicle. The 1.5 liter turbo engine has 4 cylinders, 152 horsepower, which is not much, but it has 185 pounds-feet of torque at a very low RPM. These mated with the 8-speed, it's not really an 8-speed, but 8-speed simulated gears CVT continuously variable transmission produced by Jatco. Actually provides very decent acceleration and pleasant drive. 0 to 60 takes 8.6 seconds, and the fuel economy is 26 city, 29 highway. Now the real reason why you want this vehicle is the super all-wheel control system. It's a very advanced all-wheel drive system that came originally from the Mitsubishi Evo. It includes not only an active center differential, but also active yaw control. Essentially, torque vectoring. You can modify the amount of torque not only from the front to the back, but also right to left. Blind spot monitoring is also included. And we have very good tires. Actually, they are all-weather 22.5 width and treadwear of 600. So they will last you a long time. The super all-wheel control does a fantastic job in the freezing temperatures and curves, especially if you go a little bit faster than you should. Honestly, the independent rear suspension together with these advanced all-wheel drive system allow this vehicle to drive really well in these very nice roads. And the seats are actually extremely pleasant. This is the key for the Mitsubishi Eclipse Cross. You don't have to take it out of your pocket. Approach the car, press the button, and they even open up by themselves. That's actually a very nice detail. Let's take a look at the interior, and by the way, this is soft material. Soft material right here as well. Everything that you are going to put your elbows in and touch is going to be soft. Very surprising. This is a actual cheap plastic, but it has good texture. The car is very well made. Cheap plastic down here is actually made in Okazaki, Japan. It is a real rarity to find a vehicle made still in Japan. This is soft, as I said, some cloth here, soft material, some carbon fiber imitation. Looks pretty good because it's actually matte color. Additionally, we have the controls for the seat here to move it to the back and to elevate it. side airbag. Very nice interior overall, very pleasant. Let's get in. And let us turn it on. Instrumentation cluster is actually very nice. White light is always very pleasant. Blind spot monitoring system with rear cross traffic alert. Leather steering wheel. This is how the horns sound. 7-inch screen is actually a little bit small, but at least it has Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. And of course, it also has a backup camera. Here we can see it has 2-zone climate control system in the front. It does not have rear vents. Plastic material here, piano black. It gets crashed. It looks good when it is clean. And this car was in the snow, so sorry for the dust. Here we have the buttons for the heated seats. They go from very hot to extremely hot, but I guess that's good in the winter. The button also for the super all-wheel drive control. We have gravel, snow, and auto. Most of the time I had it in auto, and by the way, I averaged 26 miles per gallon in mixed driving with this car. That's exactly what I expected. And if I drove really slow, I could actually get to 30 miles per gallon. So if you're not in a hurry, yeah, you can definitely obtain 30 miles per gallon if you drive in Eco. Controls here in the steering wheel. Good material overall, I like the design. Plastic, imitation of aluminum, but it's just plastic. You can move the screen, you can control it with this mouse pad. It looks like kind of from a laptop, but it's always better to just use the touch control, and we appreciate that Mitsubishi offered that possibility. Here we have the sun visors with the Japanese letters. You can see that this car was assembled in Japan. Now let's see if they slide. This is a sliding test. Oh, yep, they do slide. Good for Mitsubishi, very good. They didn't want to save $2 and make it non-slidable. Let's see if this one does the same. Of course, it's approved. It passed the sliding test. Now we can actually drive without being completely blinded. And of course, remember, it's Japanese, and that means that it's built with quality. Manually dimming rear view mirror. Glove box, and he's softly sprung. That's very good. Soft materials, more of that cheap plastic. It looks kind of like aluminum, but it looks good. At least it doesn't stain. This is a CVT transmission. Let's take a look at the rear camera. It's not the best, and it doesn't have lines that follow the path of the car. But hey, at least it has Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. Here we have the controls for the lights and the emergency service from Mitsubishi. Actually, very well made and put together. The interior is actually a pleasant place to be. It kind of reminds me of a Lexus NX. The seats are very nice and soft, very comfortable. Parking, brake, and the auto hold. Very good space here in the center console. Very well made, soft, spacious. Of course, even though it looks kind of like an NX, it definitely is not in the quality of the NX in the interior. That's for sure. At least not in this model. You can opt out for the SEL model that comes with paddle shifters, leather seats. And by the way, this is the Eco button. Something interesting is that when you press it, this car in particular really decreases the horsepower. I would say that once you press that button, you cannot even pass 65 miles per hour. It has a hard time. I would say decreases the horsepower to maybe 100. It's surprising, and you can obtain maybe 5 more miles per gallon. So in the back we have hard plastics, so it's not soft like in the front, but at least we have the nice carbon fiber imitation that is matte finish, and it doesn't stain or scratch. Durable materials. Here in the back we have, let's see, good space. One pocket only though. Good space. And I'll move here. Very good space. I would say if you are 6 foot tall or taller, you should not have any problem. Here we have some power outlet. It doesn't have SUV. Did I say SUV? I meant USB. Here we have 2 cup holders. Very good. Very pleasant place to be. Very comfortable. Now let's take a look at the cargo space. That, by the way, is smaller than the competition by around 11 cubic feet. So that's a lot. It's way smaller, but that is because of the design of the car. So you're paying a price for having these very interesting design. But at least it comes with this cover, a bunch of hooks, and a light here that you can at least make sure that all your purchases and bags are in place. Additionally, it has that tire, so it's appreciated that it doesn't have just some kind of compressor like Honda does. More hooks here. You can actually put these and store it away in a particular space that is designed for it by the tire. And if you like this video, please let us know, subscribe, and we look forward having you again. Goodbye guys.